Black is the most forgiving color in the wardrobe, until it isn't. There is a specific moment, somewhere in a woman's 50s or 60s, where the black blazer she has worn for 20 years starts doing something different to her face in photographs. Not dramatic, not obvious, just a heaviness around the eyes, a flatness in the jaw, a sense that the outfit is wearing her rather than the other way around. She does not stop wearing black. She just starts wondering, quietly, what changed. Nothing changed about the black. What changed is the relationship between the color and the face. Skin after 60 is carrying less melanin than it was at 40. The undertones have shifted, often cooler, sometimes more golden, frequently more translucent, and pure, true black creates a contrast ratio that the face has to compete with rather than rest inside. The harshness most women feel when they look at a photo in a dark top is not a problem of age. It is a problem of distance. Too much gap between the depth of the black and the warmth of the face. And the camera reads that gap as shadow. The face does not look older. It looks extinguished. This does not mean black is finished. It means black needs to be placed differently. The women who still wear it beautifully at 60, 70, and beyond are not wearing it with more confidence. They are wearing it with more precision. Today, we are going through the exact decisions: the near face zone, the fabric surface, the full black outfit, and the one placement where black asks nothing of a woman's face at all. The most important decision in any black outfit is not the garment itself. It is what sits within 12 inches of the face. The collarbone zone, anything from the base of the throat to the shoulders, is where black either earns its place or starts pulling the face down. A black turtleneck worn straight to the chin creates unbroken contrast from collarbone to forehead. A black crew neck with a soft ivory shirt visible at the collar breaks that contrast and introduces warmth before the eye ever reaches the jaw. The detail is that small. 1 inch of ivory cotton at the neckline changes what the face looks like in a photograph, not because it brightens the face, but because it builds a bridge between the darkness and the skin so the gap disappears. Jackie Kennedy wore black throughout her life, but almost never with an unbroken line from fabric to face. There was always something at the neck, a triple strand of pearls, a wide collar, a silk scarf folded simply at the throat. The effect was not decorative, it was structural. She was placing warmth between the depth of the fabric and the relative warmth of her complexion, so the contrast never won. The accessories looked like refinement. They were actually engineering. The same principle extends to earrings. A woman wearing a black blazer with no jewelry near her face is asking her bone structure to compete against a very dark background. A woman wearing that same blazer with a warm pearl drop, a brushed gold stud, or a tortoiseshell hoop is giving the light somewhere to land before it reaches the shadow. This is not a rule about jewelry. It is a rule about what the eye follows, and the eye will always move toward light before it settles anywhere else. There is something worth knowing about fabric that most style advice passes over entirely. Not all black is the same temperature. A polished polyester or a slightly shiny crepe reads much colder and more severe than a matte wool, a brushed cotton, or a knit with any texture in it. The sheen reflects light in a flat, even way that reads closer to a photographic background than a garment. It creates a plane rather than a presence. Matte fabrics absorb light and diffuse it, which means they sit against the face more quietly. The difference between a black top that feels harsh and one that feels beautiful is often not the cut or the neckline. It is the surface of the fabric. Running a finger across a piece before buying it, feeling whether it catches light or drinks it, is one of the more useful habits a woman can develop at any age. Velvet is the best kept secret in this conversation. A black velvet blazer or a soft velvet top does something almost no other fabric does. It creates depth without severity. The pile scatters light in multiple directions, which means it never reads flat against the face. The result is a black that feels rich rather than harsh. The difference between looking at a painting and looking at a wall. It is the one fabric that makes black feel warm. This is actually the gap I built. The Elegant Woman 50 Plus Protocol to Close. There are women who understand every principle about color and contrast and still feel uncertain on an ordinary morning because the advice they found was written generally and their coloring, their wardrobe, their particular version of elegance are specific. The protocol is structured around exactly this: how to build an outfit from the face outward in the right order, so every choice reinforces the next rather than working against it, covering not just how to dress, but how to move through a room, receive guests, hold a conversation, and make ordinary moments feel elevated. It is linked below if you want it, but the place black does its most quiet damage in a wardrobe is in the outfit that looks completely considered until the photograph appears. An all-black outfit is a particular challenge after 60. Not because it is too severe, but because it removes every point of contrast that would otherwise give the eye somewhere to rest. When an outfit is one unbroken field of dark color, the face becomes the only light source in the frame. For a woman in her 30s with high natural contrast, that reads as drama. For a woman with softer, more translucent skin, it creates a photograph where the face looks surrounded rather than framed. The fix is not color, it is texture. An all-black outfit built from 3 different fabric surfaces: a matte jersey trouser, a brushed wool coat, a silk blouse, creates visual separation between the pieces without introducing any other hue. The layers read as distinct because the light behaves differently on each one. The outfit stays dark and composed. The face is no longer the only point competing against a flat field. Coco Chanel wore black for most of her working life, but the photographs where she looks most alive are the ones where she stacked chains, brooches, and multiple textures at the collarbone. She understood that wearing only black does not mean wearing flat black, that a woman moving through a room in layers of dark fabric, each one catching light differently, leaves a completely different impression than a woman in a single unbroken plane. Black on the lower half asks almost nothing of the face. Dark trousers, a black skirt, a long black coat worn open. All of these place the darkness below the center of gravity and leave the face free to carry whatever warmth she chooses. This is where black is most useful and most forgiving. A pair of well-cut black trousers worn with a warm camel blouse, a cream silk top, or a soft dusty rose draws the eye upward precisely because the darkness anchors the bottom of the frame and the warmth pulls attention toward the face. The composition does the work without any effort on her part. A dark wash straight-leg trouser in a matte fabric. No sheen, no stretch that loses its shape by midday. Does more compositional work per wear than almost any other single piece. It disappears. That is its function. It asks nothing and gives everything to whatever sits above it. If black belongs anywhere unconditionally in a wardrobe after 60, it is here. What separates the women who wear black beautifully at this age from the ones who have quietly retired it is not willingness to experiment. It is one small piece of information about the near face zone that nobody thought to tell them. And the moment they hear it, the wardrobe reorganizes. Ivory at the collar instead of bare skin against the dark. Matte velvet or brushed wool instead of flat polished poly. Pearl or gold near the jaw instead of nothing. These are not corrections to how she has been dressing. They are completions of something she already understood halfway. Black belongs to her. It always did. She simply needed the other half of the sentence. You now understand why an inch of ivory cotton at the neckline, a warm earring near the jaw, or a velvet surface instead of a shiny one changes what a photograph reads about a woman in black, and why the all-black outfit that feels severe is almost always a texture problem, not a color problem. The question is, how to carry that understanding into an ordinary morning without standing at the mirror running through a mental list. That is the gap. The Elegant Woman 50 Plus protocol was built to close. I put it together after watching too many women understand the principles of elegant dressing and still feel uncertain the moment they were actually getting dressed, because the advice they found was general, and their coloring, their wardrobe, their life, were specific. The protocol walks through 30 days of exactly this: how to build an outfit from the face outward, how to move through a room and set a table and receive a guest in a way that feels composed and not performed, how to make the small daily choices that accumulate into something that feels like a woman who has always known exactly who she is. It covers what to wear and how to live inside it. It names the refinement stack, the order in which each layer of elegance is installed so that none of them look like effort. It costs something because building something careful takes real time. The link is below.